And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart. Hey, Dave.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. Got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Tucker and Capella are up front. Gordon is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Shea in at the 3 slot. And for the Kings, Bagley and Dedmon playing together in the front court. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3.
You think about the Kings and how far off it is that they are from getting into their primes. If they keep learning the game the right way and find some cohesion together here, there's some building blocks for these Kings to do some damage in the near future and sustain it.
Now here's Hield. Pass to Fox. Knocked loose. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, that basket started with the steal from Shea.
Now the Kings with it. Brent, most NBA players peak around, what, 27, 28, 30 years old? Kings have a lot of players entering right now that range.
Well, you think about they're actually a few years even from that range, Kevin, and so that youth will pay off as long as the player development is there. And if they can stay with a consistent coach for some time here, the likes of Fox and Bagley and Hield and Bogdanovich, it's a nice young core. We'll see if they can get the job done, get themselves into the playoffs, and start getting the kind of experience that propels an organization forward.
You can't help but notice the shoes that Shea has on in this one. Those are his new custom colorways from Nike.
And I know that Shea was involved with the Nike team when picking out which colors to use. Safe to say he made a great choice as his shoes are fire.
To the middle, Capella kicks to Westbrook. Houston moving it around. Now here's Tucker, defended by Bagley. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from the corner, and Shea with the basket on the assist by Eric Gordon.
Just cannot slow down for a minute in this league. Shea ready to fire when he got that pass.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Offensive rebound. Capella kicks to Shea. And here's Bogdanovich. His last outing with 20 points. Hield outside. On the clock. Rebounded by Tucker. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Passes it to Capella. Shea outside. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Shea with the bucket. Shea's got his second basket of the night.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Fox against Westbrook. And Fox gets it to go.
Just Fox being impossible to contain right there on the drive.
Rockets leading by 5. Westbrook dishes to Shea. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. You've seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season.
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, and it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know. It can happen with injuries to a star player and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times...
Like the Pacers with Oladipo.
Yeah.
They were a different team the last quarter of the season.
That's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you. And you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games. No problem. Well, the league figures you out. And a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
Here's Westbrook. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Now, here's Capella. He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix.
Felt like he also was prepared for whatever the opposition was coming at him with. He was either contesting shots or swatting them away. Just a dominant defensive performance all the way around.
Gordon outside. Sacramento grabs the miss. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Hands it from downtown.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Fox finds Hield. Now, here's Fox. By Shea. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Rockets leading by 10. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Shea. And it's 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Well, hard to believe that Russell Westbrook has now gone 3 consecutive seasons averaging a triple-double.
You remember, Kevin, just how much we were flipping out about the possibility of somebody doing this again since Oscar Robertson, and now Russell doing it 3 straight years. It's just a
The feed to Bogdanovich. It's good. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the night.
Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, it looked like he was hungry to get 2.
Taking a look at the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Russell Westbrook out there with Gordon. And it's Shea in at the small forward. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Suns was superb. He finished with 47 points and played tremendous defense as well. really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. That the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. That one is off.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, the great thing about the NBA is that you can prove yourself on a nightly basis. Jay's stock fell staying 4 years in college. A lot of analytics guys don't like the fact that as you get older, you maybe don't have the chance to reach a higher ceiling, but he's performed since he's entered the league.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's 11 points for Jay.
Not one to be denied. Jay has developed some thick skin in the NBA. He beats the good D that time.
That's the three fly. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You look at Jay. He has a huge vote total right now. Number 3, in fact, among Western Conference players.
And looking more and more like he'll be a starter. And that's really a tribute to the work he's put in this season. He's earned each and every one of those votes.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Gordon for 3. That one, no good. So the Kings will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Shea passes to Tucker. Gordon kicks to Shea. Pass to Capella. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That's good from Capella. All free throws good from Capella. The Kings trail by 15. Now Hield. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. With the floater, that's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Pretty good. The dribble set that up, got some space, and then knocked it down.
Shea outside. Dishes it to Capella. Shea outside. Back to Capella. Pocket 6. Shea left side. For 3, Westbrook. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. And a moment now to look at how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up as we close out the year. Still lots of games left. Here are the rookies off and running in the early going. You look at Jay. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that number 1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Totally agree. It's taken him only about half the season to show he is going to be a force and a face in the NBA for a long time.
Yes, beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Gedman dishes to Bogdanovich. Launches a 3. It's in. He's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter. And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season, with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming along, massive. And what you're seeing too over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team, rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Fox hits them both.
Well, he's always been about speed, even back to his college days at Kentucky, and he's learned how to harness some of that on the offensive end of the floor. De'Aaron Fox picking his spots and looking for areas where he can get to be a little bit more effective.
The pass to Capella. Here's Westbrook. He picked up 15 points in the last one against Phoenix, and that one drops for him.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Brent, you talk about Fox in the draft, was viewed as a defensive player.
Well, pretty interesting considering what we've watched over the course of the last year and a half. De'Aaron Fox just out in the fast break and in transition. You wonder if the way the game has changed, Kevin, in the past 3 years, it's allowing a player with the skill set of De'Aaron Fox to really flourish in playing open floor style.
Dedmon in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Westbrook kicks to Che. Tucker with the ball. Working on Bagley. And here's Westbrook from the arc at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
He scores in so many different ways, but most of them have to do with attack mode and aggressiveness.
Hield finds Fox. 1:56 left to play in the first half, and a missed layup.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. Solid in the first, fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
Dedmon trying to break free. Here's Bagley, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. One second left. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Back to the action after this word. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And it's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Backs at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Bagley and Dedmon playing together in the front court. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Dedmon likes to play physical. He brings it to the game every night.
The Kings have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Dale Brenny's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Hey, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
Good work defensively by Capella.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Back to Shea. Capella, the pass to Shea. 6 on the shot clock. Doesn't get it to drop for him. A D by Bogdanovich. And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. Fox with it. He's got 16. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Inside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Davis is checked in for the Kings. For Sacramento, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Well, Greg, it took some time for Bogdan Bogdanovich to make it over to the NBA, but you can see why he was worth the wait.
And Bogdanovich showed some flashes of his great shooting that rookie year and only improved on that last season. Still, in his mid-20s, he should only continue to get better as he adjusts to the NBA.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Here's Hield. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. For 3, Westbrook. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Shea's got 6 assists in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Fox. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Count it.
Can we say Shea's imposing his will right now? Guys are banging around on the inside.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 14. Kicks to Fox. Over Westbrook. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Hield. 18 points for De'Aaron Fox.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Buries the long-range jumper.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical trash?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them getting after a little bit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Edwards, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Murray subbed in for Gordon. Shea high post. The kick out to Westbrook. Houston moving it around. 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. Count that bucket. Shea's got 4 this quarter.
Scouts questioned his desire in college as to how hard he played. Shea showing that he's got the fire here in this one.
Knocked away. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And the Kings making a change here. Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Tucker kicks to Rivers. Shea passes to Gordon. Back to Shea. Three-pointer on the way. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Barnes outside. And there it is for him. Barnes has got 19 points.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Come on, guys. Come on now. Let's go. We're going to score easy. Can't let them down. You got to run back every time. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Greg demanding more effort on the defensive end.
And it's been there so far. Coach knows they can score, but they have got to defend better.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jonas Jerebko out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Shea in at the 3, the small forward. Ring shot on the way and off the glass. That one's good. He's got 21.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Here's Fox. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far. And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
Rivers against Fox. Barnes outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot is long. Rockets leading by 6. Shea inside. And Shea throws it down.
And as a player, you got to relish and soak up and sponge nights like this. Shea clicking tonight.
Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Fox. Drills it from outside. Fox has got 11 in the second half.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And stolen by Barnes. Pass to Fox. Takes the 13-footer. He can't get that one to fall. And the Rockets take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Gordon for three. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Shea's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Kings trail by 8. Outside, Fox. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. He can't get that one.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And here's Bogdanovich. Outside, Fox. At 6. Here's Childs, and the layup's good off the glass.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Shea inside. Passes it to Gordon. Shot from 12. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And that's now 27 points for Shea.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. It's just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Fields checked in for Giants. Fox finds Bogdanovich. On the wing, Hield. Kept alive, Barnes. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Thursday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Jonas Jerebko. Rivers kicks to Shea. Rivers looking over the floor. Lob pass to Capella. It doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
They get the rebound. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Dedmon.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
Shea drives in. Whoa!
Look out. If I was scoring that, Kevin, I'm giving that a strong 9 from Shea.
It's to Dedmon. Hield outside on the high post. That one off the back iron and out. Rockets leading by 8. Lets a floater go. Rivers can't get it to go.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Right side, Fox. And the foul called on Shea. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Kings. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Austin Rivers. Baseline Shea on the way. Bogdanovich, no luck. Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. The drive by Shea, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
13 feet away. That's good from Fox on the assist by Hield. Hield's got assist number 5 here tonight. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 17 points was their biggest margin. That one's no good. Takes him to 10 for 15 for the game. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
That's a 2 from Gordon. Sacramento grabs the miss. Dedmon's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. To the inside. And finished off by Bagley.
Bagley punishing the defense that time.
Rockets leading by 6. near the three-point line. It's Westbrook off the left rim and out.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Che. Back to Westbrook for the three. Rebound by the Kings. To the middle. There's Bogdanovich. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And the dunk by Che.
That's why you work in the offseason to get hoops just like that. Great job by Che.
Now the pass to Dedmon. On the wing, Hield. Over Gordon. Hield, he can't hit. Rockets leading by 4. Pass to Che. Back to Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. Tucker dishes to Che. For 3, Westbrook. The rebound by Hield. Sacramento's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Bogdanovich showing how much he believes in himself right there.
Defensive foul. Russell Westbrook.
Rockets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Back to Fox. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Hield. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Here's Fox. Softly drops in the floater. Fox has got 15 points here in the second half.
De'Aaron Fox stepping up big time.
Clearly a foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
1:24 left in the game. Here's the floater. Westbrook with the block.
There is no question that Russell is one of the top 10 athletes we have in the league. On full display there. Chase stepping up. Feed that man.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Back to Fox.
Houston foul call. PJ Tucker. That's his third personal foul. Fifth team foul.
Free throws off from Bagley.
Interesting how the year progressed for one Marvin Bagley, the former second overall pick in the 2018 draft. Got some increased playing time. His role shifted a little bit, and his confidence was on the rise. He played much better in the second half of the season.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 8. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rockets on defense. 17 points was their biggest margin. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, the energy Hield is playing with right now. What a huge possession, ready to rip it.
Shea left side. Passes to Capella. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Hield stepping up right now. Great sign for this young player.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Had to foul him on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. Timeout called by the Kings. They're down by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Here's Hield. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Gordon. Shea drives in. Whoa! Yikes. That's a rugged play.
Gracious.
Jay's showing a little bit of a mean streak right now to his game. Thinking dunk, getting dunk.
So Houston wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have bucked